Well, in the last class, we were discussing about the echelon form and reduced echelon form. And I told you what are the conditions has to be satisfied for the echelon form and what are the conditions for the reduced echelon form. And we also seen the examples for the echelon form. And today we'll take up some more examples on this and then we'll go ahead with the next subtopic. Okay. So I think this example I've taken it for the echelon form, and now I'll tell you how we are going to reduce the same problem for the reduced. So what we do here, I think till this we have completed. You can see here it is an echelon form. Here this is the leading element, and this is the leading element, and in fact this is the leading element. So here below the leading elements are 0, here also it is 0, and this is the leading element. So therefore now this is in the echelon form. Now since they ask us to reduce it further and get the row reduced echelon form. So still what I do now, again I'll conduct some more row operation. So here what I do, I want to make this for a row reduced, in the sense every pivot element, or you can say the leading element, has to be equal to 1, and each row should contain only the leading element, that is unit leading element. Other than that, other elements has to be 0. So that's the whole concern. So what we do here, in that way, if I just start doing it here, the row operations, this implies here it has to be equal to 1, and in the next it has to be equal to 1, and again in the this quantity I have to make it as 1, and here this quantity I have to make 0, and these two quantity I have to make 0. That is the next steps. So I'll make this 0 first. So R1 changes to R1 plus 2 times of R2. So if I do that, R1 is minus 2. So 2 times of R2 means it is 2 into 1, it is again 2. So you will get 0 here. And similarly, you can go ahead with the calculation with this also. That is 1 plus 2 times of R2. That is 1 minus 8 you will get. That is minus 7. And 0 plus 4 to the 8. So you will get 8. So this is the next, changes in the R1. And remaining I'm keeping as it is. Then once we do this, we want what? We want, now this is, 1. This is 1, no problem. Now I have to make this 1, and then I have to make these two 0. That is the next steps. So what we do here, according to that requirement, we will go ahead and we'll change this as 1. That is R3 changes to 1 by 57 times of R3. So I do that and I get this. So here I'm getting 1, and this is minus 61 by 57. The next step has to be this, I have to make 0, this element, and this element I have to make 0. So for that what I do, R2 changes to R2 plus 4 times of R3. So this is my R2. If I add here 4, then it will be 0. And similarly, if I want this element I want to make 0, then it has to be R1 changes to R1 plus 7 times of R3. If I make, then this element also will be equal to 0. So I do that, and after doing so, you are getting here this element as, after changing this, R1 changes to R1 plus the 7 times of means 8 plus 7 times of minus 61 by 57 will be 212 by 57, and 4 plus 4 times of minus 61 by 57. If I do this, then you will be getting minus 199 by 57, and the last term is minus 61 by 57. So here if you observe clearly, each element, the leading element is equal to 1, and in each column other than the leading elements, every elements are 0. So this is the leading element, these two terms are 0. This is the leading element, these two terms are 0. And this is the leading element, so these two terms are 0. So then we can call that this is in a reduced echelon form. In short, we call it as REF. Okay, that is reduced echelon form. Okay, so now in the same way, we can take up some the next example. If you see, reduce the matrix in reduced echelon form. So remember, they'll here don't confuse with this reduce and this reduce. If they ask you reduce the matrix in echelon form, then you know that you have to stop it at this point. Okay, so there is no need of going further. If they ask you reduce the matrix in reduced echelon form, in short, if it is REF, then you have to go further, and then you have to do these steps, and then you have to stop it at this point. Okay, so please remember, you have to make the you should know how to differentiate between these two. One is echelon form and one is reduced echelon form. Now see this example. In this example, They ask us to reduce the given matrix in a reduced echelon form. So now this is our linear equation. So here it is 1 minus 2 1 0. So first you can see the first row. Similarly, first coefficient is 0 here, 0 1 minus 4 4. So here it is. And similarly 0 the first coefficient is 0 minus 3 13 and minus 9. So this is the next coefficient. So what we can observe here is this is already one, no need of breaking the head here, and the next leading element is here, and here already these two are 0, so there is no need of doing anything here. So now the next thing is what? All next leading element is this. So with respect to this, I can make this 0 and this 0. Okay, next thing is we have to make these two 0, and then we have to go with the next leading element, and so on and so forth. Let's see, one by one we will do now. So what we do here is R3 changes to, this I have to make 0 now. R3 changes to R3 plus 3 times of R2. So this if I do, it is minus 3 plus 3 times of 1 means it is plus 3. So I'll be getting this 0. Next similarly 13 minus 12, 4 3 is the 12. Then it will be 1 here. Similarly minus 9 plus 12, it is plus 3. So you'll be getting this row, that is 0 0 1 3. So once you got this row, then what we do next is, you can see here, just a minute, yeah. Now once we get this, now I want to make this 0. Yeah, R2 change, R2 have to make change. Now already have got this 0. What I'll do now, R2 changes to R2 plus 4 times of R3. So this, this element I want to make 0. So I'm going to use this R2. R2 changes to R2 plus 4 times of R3. So this means what I get here, this is 0 plus 0, it will be 0 here. This is 1, again 0 is there, so it will be 1. Minus 4 plus 4, it is 0. 4 plus 4 3 is a 12. So 4 plus 12 will be 16. I'm getting here 16. Okay. Then similarly, the next element I'm writing as it is in the row. So 0 0 1 3. Now I've got here 1, I've got here 1, and also I've got here 1. Now the next thing is I have to make this element and this element 0. So next what I do, R1 changes to this one. R1 changes to R1 minus R3. If I do, then this element will become 0. So R1 minus R3. So 1 minus 0, 1 minus 0 is 1. Minus 2 minus 0 will be again minus 2. 1 minus 1 will be 0. Then 0 minus 3 will be minus 3. So this is the first row. Second row as it is. Third row also as it is. Now again I have to make this element 0. So I use the help of this R2. I take the help of this R2 and I write as R1 changes to R1 plus 2 times of R2. So already minus 2 is here. 2 times of R2 means plus 2. We'll be getting this 0. So what I am doing here, I'm just doing some row operations and I'm just trying to convert the problem into the reduced echelon form. Okay. So yeah. So here you can see that this is 1 0 0 after doing the row transformation and 29 here. Then this is minus 3 plus 32, that is 29 here. 0 1 0 16 as it is, 0 0 1 3. So here this is my leading element and this is my leading element and this is also the leading element, and only the leading elements are present and all the leading elements are 1, and other than the leading elements the remaining elements are 0. So this will indicate that it is in the reduced echelon form or it is in a REF. Is that clear, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
All of you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
You have any questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, guys. So the speed is fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So now what we do, we'll go with the next important, the theorem. In terms of the theorem means this you can expect in the 1 mark questions. The theorems will maybe like asked in the objective type of questions. So you can remember this. See, this theorem is called as uniqueness of the reduced echelon form. So what do you mean by this uniqueness of reduced echelon form? See guys, whenever some matrix is given to you, so if say if you're using the row reduction and Ayush is doing with some different row operation, Abhilash is doing with different row operation, and say Arham is doing with a different row operation, and maybe Anagha is doing with a different operation, Bhumika is taking some different operation, and Siddharth has done with some different operation, Harika has taken some different operation. whatever the operation. Different operation means what? She may do this first, say R1 changes to R1 plus 2 to R2 she will do first, and then she will go with this. Whatever the operations they may do, but finally whatever the reduced echelon form they are getting, it has to be the same. That implies each matrix is row equivalent to one and only one reduced echelon form. After doing the row transformation, it is not that Hari is getting something different echelon form for the same matrix and Ayush is getting some different echelon form, Harika is getting some different echelon form. No, everybody will get the same echelon form. This is the echelon form everybody will get after the row transformation. Is that clear? The theorem is clear? Let whatever may be the matrix it is, after doing the row transformation, the reduced echelon form is unique. So there are no different varieties of echelon form you will get for the same matrix. Understand? This is the theorem. Am I clear with the theorem?
Yes, ma'am.
Malak Badrappa, don't sleep guys. It's after, post lunch class means if you start sleeping, then I'll sleep more than you guys. Okay? Yeah. So then what we do, there is one note, you please make a note of it. The following matrices are in echelon form. See here, I'm just giving you the notation in terms of some star and square box. And this is some, like we can say the generalized format. The leading entries I noted by square. Okay, the square box may have any non-zero value. Please remember, these are in echelon form. I'm giving some example for the echelon form. The leading entry, the square box may be having any non-zero value. For echelon form, leading entry may be anything, right? Other than 0. Okay. Then the starred entries may have any values. It may be also 0. Okay. So that you remember. So this square has to be any non-zero value, whereas the star may be any value including 0. Okay. So now I'll give you some generalized format. See this. It's a 4 cross 4 matrix. Here, this is my leading entry. Okay, so these are 2 leading entries. They may have any numbers, say 1, 2, 3, up to any numbers it may have. Okay, but the stars, they may be numbers or they may be 0. No problem. Okay, but this has to be 0. If this is there, then this is in echelon form. Okay, generalized echelon form. If this is a matrix, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 cross 5. If 10 cross 5 matrix is there, then this is how your echelon form looks like. So this square entries, for example, see, this is my first leading entry I have here. This is the next leading entry I have. This is the next leading entry, next leading entry, next leading entry I have. Okay. If this is the case, then this is how actually the echelon form looks like. Yeah.
Ma'am, difference between echelon form and reduced one is the leading element is 1.
Yes. In echelon form, leading entry may be any number other than 0. But in reduced echelon form, the leading entry has to be equal to 1. And in echelon form, just we are bother about below element, below that leading entry has to be 0. Whereas in the reduced echelon form, we also bother about the above and below, both the numbers has to be 0. Getting? In this way you understand. Am I clear?
Ma'am, this is reduced echelon form, ma'am. This square and star and all.
No. This is, say, this stars, this is for echelon form. This is in an echelon form.
Okay.
Whatever the leading, this squares you're, I mean, like, I'm talking about, it may be any number. Any number means
Okay, yeah.
4, 5, 6, only 0 should not be there. But this star
Yes.
may be any numbers including 0 for echelon form.
Yes.
But when it comes
Yes.
to the like reduced, a leading entry has to be equal to 1. I'll not give you any star, square box here. I have to give you it as unique.
Okay.
Understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you explain again, ma'am?
Yeah, Karthik. See, whenever you are talking about the echelon form, in the echelon form, this square boxes, whatever you're observing here, these square boxes may be any numbers. They are leading entries. They may be any numbers, but they should not be 0. That's it. And the stars are maybe any number including 0. Where? In case of echelon form. And in case of reduced echelon form, the leading elements are already given as 1. So there will be no square boxes. Okay, then the remaining star elements, again as usual, it may be any numbers including 0. Okay, and you try to remember echelon form means leading entry may be anything, just 0 should not be there. But in case of reduced echelon form, leading entry has to be equal to 1, and above and below that leading entry, the element has to be equal to 0. In echelon form, we just only bother about the below element has to be equal to 0. Okay, so remember in this way, it will be, I think, easy for you all to understand. Is that
Yes,
clear,
ma'am,
right?
understood.
Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Just see here.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah, this is
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, this is reduced one, wherein leading entries are equal to 1 and above and below. See, this is above elements are 0, above and below elements are 0, here below elements are 0. Wherein in just echelon form, you can see that only the below elements are 0 and the leading entry may be 1, may not be 1. No, it doesn't matter. Maybe any number. Okay. So remember, one you remember, the remaining things you will understand it. Okay. Now, after this, some formation, what I'll do is, I just given some determining. You have to determine now. Okay. So this I am giving you. This you have to do it. Now see, with the help of this is already reduced one. There is no work is required. Now we have to identify whether they are reduced or whether they are in echelon form. See, determine which matrices are in reduced echelon form and which others are only in echelon form. That is the question. So now see, this is a matrix. Don't look at the answer, okay? So here see 1 0 0 0 is there, 0 1 0 0 is there, and 0 0 1 1 is there. Okay. So now just observe, leading entries are there, fine. So these are the leading entries. Okay. This is leading entry, this is leading entry, and above and below the leading entries are 0, fine. So what is this formation is all about? Zeri, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me. Which type of the matrices it is? In which format it is? See, leading elements are there, which are equal to 1, and above and below leading element are 0. So which type of the matrices it is? In which format it is? Akshay? You can chat.
Reduce echelon.
Ma'am, row reduced echelon form.
Very good. It is in the row reduced echelon form. Now what about this matrix? Can anybody tell me this? There is the leading entry.
Reduced echelon form only.
This is the leading entry. This is the leading
Reduced
entry.
echelon form.
This is the leading entry. Why I have not taken this, guys?
Because they should.
Because it's 0 and
Yes.
0 cannot be leading.
Zero
element.
cannot be taken as.
Yes, very good, very good. So now is above and below the elements are 0 other than this?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the format then? Which form it is?
Reduced.
All of you.
Reduced echelon.
Don't say
form.
it up, guys.
Reduced echelon.
Yes, it is in the reduced
Echelon
echelon form. Now just look at this. The next one, it is whether echelon form or it is reduced echelon form. So here is some, here this is one leading entry I have. This is one leading entry I have. What about here? In the third column also I should get some leading entry. There is no leading entry. But here I have one leading entry. Is it in the echelon
Yes,
form?
ma'am.
Think.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Why, guys?
Why, ma'am?
Because
Ma'am, it's in echelon form, no, ma'am.
no,
Ma'am,
no.
it's echelon form.
Is it in echelon form? Guys,
Ma'am, in the third row it is
Yes, ma'am.
one.
Yes, ma'am.
guys, you're mistaking it. It is this one is not here. If this one is here, then you would have said that this is the leading element. But this one is not. There is no one here. This is in here. This one is here. That implies the second column is not having any leading entry. Try to understand. Getting the point? See, the
Ma'am,
Yes,
in the
ma'am.
second question also, it has no leading.
the second echelon form property is not holds true here. What it's actually the second form, property says, it says that the next leading entry has to be in the next column just above the row. It don't say that the next leading entry will be here. It has to be just below. But here it is one row completely. I have no leading entry. Understanding? Therefore, this is not in the echelon form at all. When it is not in the echelon form, I can't talk about anything. Am I clear? Am I
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, leading entry should be for the second question, ma'am.
Huh?
For the third column, there is no leading entry.
Here, there is no leading entry.
Yes, ma'am. But
See,
still, it
this,
is echelon.
see, this is not a square matrix. Okay, this is
Yes,
not a
okay.
square matrix. This is 4 cross 3 matrix. So this is one leading
Yes,
entry.
correct.
And this is
Okay.
second leading entry. In this third, it was 0. Then what I said, you have to go to the next column, but it is in the same row, right?
Okay.
Understanding? But here it
Okay.
is not
Yeah,
in the
understood,
same
ma'am,
row.
understood.
Here it is in the next row.
So row is basically given like more importance than
Yes,
the column.
yes. For the
if it
leading
is
entries,
echelon
it has to be in the row.
form.
Yes,
Okay,
it has to
ma'am,
be in
got
the
it.
row. Getting, guys?
All right.
Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am, got it.
this is
Thank
not
you.
in the echelon form. Then next one you see. Next one you see here. Yeah, this is 1, 1, 1. So here one is this is one leading element. This is second leading element. Here you can see this is the row where I have to have the leading element here, but since it is 0, I'll go with the next leading element. Understanding here? This is not the leading element.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
is the
Yes,
leading
ma'am.
element. Next is here the leading element. Getting, guys? So below the leading
Yes,
element,
ma'am.
all the elements
Yes,
are
ma'am.
0.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, below the leading element, all the elements are 0. So below the leading element, the element is 0. So all these leading elements are there. And below the leading elements, the elements are 0. Which format? It is in which form then?
Echelon.
Echelon form.
Very good. It is in the echelon form.
Echelon form.
Okay. Now you are able to understand. You are able to identify which is echelon form, which is not in echelon form, and which is in reduced echelon form. Are you all sure
Yes,
about
ma'am.
it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. So if you're not understanding, try to see everything. Every time you have to see, okay, this is the leading element, this is the leading element. Now this 5, 6, 7 and 8 is for your work. So this you have to identify and you have to tell me in the next class. Okay? Fine. Are you all do it?
Yes, ma'am.
I have already uploaded this in the Google Classroom.
Ma'am will tell now only, ma'am.
No, sir.
And
You
fifth
try
one is not in echelon form.
Allah, if you tell me now only, you will take some 5 to 10 minutes in this only. Okay. So you just do this and some things you have to do at home also, right? So I have to make you busy by giving some work. So this 5, 6, 7, 8 you do. Tomorrow I'll just take the names. You have to tell me the answer. Okay.
Fifth one is not echelon form.
Okay, ma'am, we'll do it in the house.
Chakri, who told this
Yes, ma'am.
answer? Chakri only, right?
No, ma'am.
Who told the answer? Is it Karthik?
No, ma'am, Karthik's mic is very bad.
Karthik's mic is very bad today. Okay.
No, ma'am.
Oh, whatever it is. See, guys, this answer.
No, ma'am, not me.
Not you. Fine, no problem.
Oh, okay.
Okay, no problem. You can just give me the answers tomorrow. Fine. Just do this. Now I'll go with a very, very important concept again. That is the pivot positions. I was talking about the leading entries also called as pivot I was talking, right? So now I will tell you what is this pivot is all about. Okay. See, the pivot, or some people will call it as pivot, however you pronounce it, but spelling has to be correct. So pivot position means what? See, guys, pivot position A in a matrix capital A is the location in capital A that corresponds to a leading one. It is the leading element which I was talking till now. We will rename it as pivot. See, leading one in the reduced echelon form of A. So whenever you are talking about the pivot element, it is nothing but what? After row reduction, reducing into the echelon form, reduced echelon form, whatever the elements you are getting as the leading elements, that elements we call it as pivot position. That we call it as pivot position, and each pivot position column we call it as pivot column. Okay, so I think just now you just remember this as a definition. I'll explain you this with an example. So each element we will be calling in the reduced echelon form, whatever the one you are getting, right, that ones are pivot positions, and the respective columns we call it as the pivot column. Okay, so let us see now.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, in echelon form and row reduction, no, only in echelon form can the leading number can be negative.
Yes, no problem. It can be any number, only 0 should not be there. That's it. Okay. See, here this is the matrix. Row reduce the matrix capital A. So examples will be asked in this way. Row reduce the matrix capital A below to echelon form and locate the pivot columns of capital A. So we have to reduce the matrix and then we have to locate the pivot columns where the pivot columns are. Okay. Then see, I'm giving the whole explanation here in order to understand the problem. So here see, this is the given matrix. Capital A is equal to, this is the given matrix. Now see, the top of the leftmost number, you can see this is the top of the leftmost number in the column is the first pivot position. This has to be the first pivot position in fact. But here in this example, since it is 0, but pivot position has to be a non-zero element and it has to be equal to 1 in fact. Okay. So see, this is the pivot position here, but a non-zero entry or a pivot must be placed in this position. So that implies here a non-zero entry has to be there. It is not good enough that we will have 0 in this position. Okay. So then a good choice is to interchange the row 1 and row 4. So what we do now, we'll interchange this row 1 and row 4. I'll interchange and I will write the matrix again, because this here the mental computations in the next step will be not involve any fractions if I just change it. Fine. Otherwise, you have to add it, then you have to make it 1. Instead of that, I'm just going to interchange it. Fine. So what we do, I'm going to interchange.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, you can interchange any two rows, no, ma'am, not
Any
only
two
1
rows you
and
can
4,
interchange.
1 and
Any
2
two rows
also.
you can interchange. Why I'm taking this only because already ready-made 1 is there. So here it is minus, here also it is minus. So again I have to do some complication, I mean operations, right, in order to remove that minus sign.
Ma'am,
Instead I
Yes.
take this one. Yes.
Okay.
ma'am,
Yeah, tell me.
randomly we can interchange rows, ma'am, like 1 and 3, ma'am, in case not in this problem.
Yes. Of course you can change. R1 to R2 you change, R2 to R3 you change, depending on your requirement, you can change it to any rows. That's why I took the name of the students and I told na different row operations. I does not mean that whatever the madam row operations has done, the same row operation has to be done by Karthik. No need. Karthik may find something different row operations and he may do it, but the answer will come as same. That's what I wanted to tell. Getting?
Yes, ma'am. So 1 and 3, like 1, 3, it need not be nearby, no, ma'am, the rows like that I'm asking.
Nearby means?
Like 1 and 3, ma'am, row 1 and 3 I can interchange, 2 and 4 I can interchange.
Anything, any rows you can interchange, okay? But it has to, fulfill the requirement provided, okay? Requirement, I mean, if here also 0 is there and you're changing with this, what is the use? Understanding? If in place of this, if you're having 0 and if you're changing R1 and R3, what is the use? So in that way, depending on the requirement, you try to.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So now what I do,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm changing this R1 and R4. So this is the matrix I'm getting. So the first pivot position I'm locating. This is my first pivot position with the red ink, whatever you're observing. This is the first pivot element, and this column we call it as the first pivot column. This is the pivot column. Okay. So this is what they'll ask. Introduce the pivot element and the pivot column. Okay. So I did in the first way. Once you do this, next is what? We have to make these terms 0. Fine. So we will go ahead with the next calculation. Create zeros below the pivot 1. So this I have to make as 0. What I do now? R2 changes to R2 plus R1. This is minus 1. If I add this, it will become 0. Here it is minus 2. If I add plus 2 to this, then it will become 0. That's what I'm doing here. R2 changes to R2 plus R1. R3 changes to R3 plus 2 times of R1. Okay. So after doing this, I'm getting 1, 0, 0, 0. Then this is 4. This R1, R1 remains same. R2 will be 2, 4, minus 6, 6. Please do this calculations, okay? So this is just R2 plus R1, minus 2 plus 2, minus 2 plus 4, minus 1 plus 5, plus 3, minus 9, plus 1, minus 7. Do this and just see the changes. So here you get as 0, 5, 10, minus 15, minus 15, and row 4 is as it is. So here you can locate the second pivot element. This is my next pivot element. Say this is next pivot element and the next pivot column. So this is the pivot element. Therefore, this column will be called as the next pivot column. Okay. Once we do this, the next is what? Again, I have to make the remaining. This is the pivot column. Then the remaining element I have to make them. These elements I have to make them 0. So I do that. So to do that, what I do? I multiply this with minus 5 by 2. Minus 5 by 2 times of R2 plus this. That means I'll get this 0. Similarly, this one will be 3 by 2. Already this is minus 3. So 3 by 2 times of R2 plus this R4. That means this I'll be getting 0. I'm doing this operation. So for example, here you can do this. Say minus 5 by 2. What is R2? R2 is 2. So this is 2 plus R3, that is 5. So this 2 cancels, minus 5 plus 5, that is 0. Similarly, you do with each element. Here you're getting 0, 0, 0, 0. Similarly, you do with this R4 operations. That is 3 by 2 times of R2 plus R4. For each element you try, you'll be getting this element. Okay. So do this. Okay. I'm just writing these calculations. After doing the calculations only, you do it. Okay. Once you are practicing, you try to do these calculations and you just check, cross verify the answers. Now I'm getting these, all the elements are 0. And here I'm getting in the last row minus 5. Okay. So let it be, I denote it as second. So in the second matrix, so this in this matrix it is different from any encountered one. So there is no way to create a leading entry in the column 3. So do you think that in the column 3 any leading entry is there? Because here 0, here also 0 is there. Is there possibility that I can create any leading entry here? Because here also 0 is there, here also 0 is there. So I can't go ahead. So in this column I have no leading entry. Understanding? Here there is no leading entry in this column because of the presence of zeros. So we can't use row 1 or row 2 because doing so would destroy the echelon arrangement of this trending entries already produced. So however, what I do now, I interchange the rows 3 and 4. So we can produce the leading entry in the column 4. So what I do, I'm going to interchange these two. So here all, because according to the row echelon form, all the non-zero elements has to be equal above the 0 element. So this row is containing all zeros. So I just interchange now this R3 and R4. So why I'm doing that? For that I have given the explanation here. Okay. So I do that. Then I'll get this as R1, which is no change. So this is the R1 and this is the R2. So here I'm interchanging this. So I'm interchanging this. After interchanging what I'm getting, here I'm getting minus 5. So this implies this is my next pivot element and the corresponding column is the pivot column. So what we did now, so this was my pivot column, first pivot column, this was my second pivot column, and here I'm not having any pivot position. So this is my next pivot position, and this is the corresponding pivot column. So here see, this one, the first one, second one, and fourth one. So these are the pivot columns and these are the respective pivot positions. Now the matrix is in echelon form and thus it reveals that the column 1, 2 and 4 of A are pivot columns. Understand? So this is the pivot columns means what? Where the pivot elements are there. Not necessarily when it is when they ask you to find out the pivot columns in echelon form, no need that the pivot element has to be equal to 1. When it is in echelon form. When it is asked in reduced echelon form, it has to be equal to 1, as usual, you know. Okay. So now any doubts with respect to this, let me know. It is simple. We're reducing it.
Ma'am, pivot can be any column, ma'am.
Sorry.
Ma'am, pivot can be any column, ma'am.
Yeah, pivot can be any column means where the pivot elements are there, there only we can say that, see, any column is not important. See, this is the pivot element means this is the pivot column. I can't say that if the pivot element is here, this column cannot be the pivot column. The pivot column is that column which includes the pivot element. It may be any column means...
Pivot element is nothing but leading element, no ma'am?
Yes. Pivot element is nothing but the leading element.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So this is one example where I am denoting this pivot columns, okay? And this is the general form. This is the general form of this pivot element. I mean, this general form only I am giving here. Okay, so this square box are any numbers, and these all the entries are 0 below the pivot columns. And here this star entries may be 0 or maybe numbers. Okay, so this is one example I wanted to tell today, and the remaining examples we'll take up in the next class. If you have any questions, anything, let me know. This is already posted in the Google Classroom. Please go through it. If you have any questions, any difficulty, get back to me with your difficulties. Is that clear, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Is the speed is okay, or you want me to go still slow?
Ma'am, so pivot does not depend on the column, no, ma'am. It's just a leading element, no, ma'am.
Yes, yes. It's a leading element in each column, and which column has the leading element, that is called as pivot column. Okay.
So all columns are pivot columns,
No,
no, ma'am.
no.
In a general.
No. Not all columns are pivot columns. The pivot element, wherever the pivot elements are there, that is only the pivot column. Anyways, some more.
Okay, so in the example here, ma'am, it will be 1, 2, and 4, no, ma'am.
No, the meeting is going to end.